signal is bad, but ready to go live. We're ready. We're live.
Okay. Welcome everybody to Live from the View. Except we're not quite in the view, but we kind of are in the view. Just think we're kind of in the view tonight. So this is Live from the View, which is a program presented to you from the Community Arts of Bellevue. We're the 501c3 organization in Bellevue, Tennessee. Glad to be with you this evening, and thanks for joining us. So, just to tell you a little bit about Community Arts of Bellevue is that we're, like I said, a 501c3 organization here and to promote the artists and the arts and the culture of West Nashville and the Bellevue area. So if you are interested and become more involved with Arts of Bellevue, we certainly welcome you. You can go on our website, which is you can just Google us at QD Arts of Bellevue or caofb.org for more information. There's always to be performers, performing arts, visual arts, culinary arts, the writing arts, whatever you like to do. We've got a place for you in our organization. You just want to do some backstage stuff. You just want to be connected and help do stuff. That's fine. Welcome you to our show tonight. Our show tonight is about exploring watercolor, because July is the national month for watercolors. So we couldn't let July skip without us doing a show on watercolors. Firstly, I think we're extremely excited for this evening. Just really glad to be with you. We'll check in with our moment and see if we're having any technical difficulties. And with this act. So we're getting that there's a spotty signal going on, and I'm going to see if I can correct that for us real quick.
Just want to get in and try. What? Let's look off the hot spot.
Oh shoot, that was probably the right thing to do. We're not going to have Wi-Fi, so let me do take us off Wi-Fi. Sometimes they try to conflict with each other. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, let's try this again. Take two, Community Arts of Bellevue. So I'm going to just kind of listen. Elaine is being our incredible video producer this evening, and who wrote out here with us. And we're just going to take it by ear and make sure we have a quality production for you this evening. So if I see her face scowl, then I'll know that we're having difficulties. And we're going to stop and see what we need to do to fix it. So that's what it's called live. This is called live. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to redo this with the incredible Michael McBride. Thank you for so much for bringing us to your home. Here, Studio 283, right?
That's right, Studio 283.
And so we're exceptionally happy to be here this evening.
All right.
And we're going to talk about the exploring watercolor in a non-traditional way. So we're going to talk a little bit, we're going to paint a little bit, we're going to learn a lot, and we're going to just see what happens here. Just, we're just going to have fun. By the way, this is always a happy hour for us. And so if you've got your cocktails this evening, get them out,
get your
pour one up, and we'll have a good old cheers. And sit back and enjoy. This show's just for your enjoyment, okay?
Right.
So, Michael.
Yes.
Man.
All right.
We've talked about this for a long time. I'm really excited about
trying to do this tonight. And I'm glad to have you doing it with me, to experience it.
You'll finally get to see just how bad of an artist.
No.
That's what you think.
Yeah, the beauty of this method is food dye, regular food dye you use for eggs, that people use, chalk, compressed charcoal, not vine. You have to have compressed charcoal.
Okay.
And watercolor. And it's a very impromptu work. So basically, once you're laying the food dye, believe it or not, has the most vivid color and permanence that you have.
Sure.
And so when you put that in and your paper is wet, it's not dry, it's wet. And then you're drawing into it, you kind of get an iridescence and you just kind of free drawing, and doing that. So you can do anything, abstract or realistic imagery or whatever. So it's going to be cool. You're working fast, it's not a slow process. And eventually, once you kind of get it the way you go, then you begin to take your time and begin to model it more and get more out of it. And as you'll see on the screen, there are images of this process that I've done over the years.
Really great.
So the very first screen he's going to show will be my very first time after my very first piece I did in graduate school working with this method.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then the second one would be after graduate school when I started, and then you'll see on down the line as I have perfected it, and practicing and stuff. So yeah. So
it's the journey of the artist.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get here where we're at today?
So at the age of 8, I told my parents I wanted to be an artist.
Okay.
So I wasn't privy, growing up out in a rural area, wasn't privy to having art classes and all this other stuff.
So how did you?
So went on to college on an athletic scholarship and studied commercial art and advertising, which is now called graphic design and illustration and all of that. Did that and went on to from there to Tennessee State University. Then from there, I went to do my master's at Illinois State and studied with a master painter, Dr. Harold Greger, who got his doctorate degree in painting, which they had ended in 1960. They didn't do that anymore. It became the MFA. And under his tutelage, learning this process about color theory and the different aspects of painting, I learned to paint in caustic, I learned to paint frescoes, it's just all of these things. And this experience with the food dye and chalk and compressed charcoal and watercolor, I mean, it's just incredible what you get, the kind of images you get. So we're getting ready to have fun, man.
Okay.
We're getting ready to have fun.
Mike is also a professor at TSU in the arts department.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
So I was out there doing my thing as an artist, and at the time, one of my mentors and friends told me, said, I need you here at TSU, but you got to have your graduate degree. Mm-hmm. So that's what prompted me to go off to get my graduate degree, to be able to come to TSU.
Very nice.
And I've been there since 1993.
Really?
Yeah, and didn't want to go anywhere else. Didn't matter. My heart was there because I was a graduate of TSU.
Right.
So so that's what got me there, man.
Amazing. Also want to let y'all know that Michael is also Mike has lived in Bellevue, I think before it was actually called Bellevue. I'm not sure about that.
1980. Yes.
I'm not going to tell y'all how old I was.
Right. But I saw the change of Bellevue, and I love Bellevue. Bellevue is my heart, and anything that I can do to enhance that, especially when you're talking about the cultural and the arts and all, I'm behind that 100%.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, Bellevue loves having you living in it as well, and your family.
Thank you.
And hello to all the McBrides as well. So how do you feel teaching informs you as an artist? Or do you feel
teaching is wonderful, because what teaching does is that it keeps you abreast of the change in the art world. The thinking, how it's changing, the technology, it keeps you, humble and keeps you going, and I love it because I'm excited about it all the time. Every year, every semester is different in what people are bringing you and what technology is doing in the world of art. And so it's really fascinating.
So what are you seeing as being the cutting edge of art right now?
The cutting edge of art right now is really public art. That's what everybody, the murals, all the things that are going on all across the nation. That seems to be the cutting edge. And so we at TSU, we're trying to get on that. A former student of mine who's now a professor at the University of Maryland, they're getting ready to establish a mural arts class.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it's really,
let's go take it.
I know. It's fantastic, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm helping him put that together, because at TSU we had explored that idea of understanding about, and we have a lot of students of ours that are out there doing public art in Nashville, the North Group and all. 2 or 3 of those guys were my students. So so it's really going.
Yeah.
And so that is where it's going now. Public art is really where it's going at.
It seems that the mural genre has really helped the North Nashville area pick back up and run again.
Right.
Be recognized the artists that live there.
Yeah, it's been very, very important.
Not that it's not doing vibrancy across the city, but it seems like I felt a real strong draw there.
Yeah, I was one of the first artists myself, and an artist named James Thurkill.
I know.
We did the first murals in Nashville around 1986 on Church Street, before they had renovated all the buildings and stuff. All the buildings were boarded up.
Right.
So we were doing murals on those buildings. They had us doing that. And that's kind of the start of what you see today here in Nashville. Yeah.
A lot of great mural artists in Nashville now that didn't used to be here.
Exactly.
I know the Frisk did a mural exhibit a couple years ago that was really phenomenal. Small murals that
a lot of they call it street art, and all this other stuff. But basically, it's a lot of cultural stuff that's being done.
Yeah. I know you've done a couple pieces in the Bellevue area, so
yes, I have. The Red Caboose Park.
Park, we've done some murals in collaboration with Community Arts of Bellevue.
Yes, absolutely.
And hopefully we're looking for other possibilities and opportunities to do more out there with that as well.
Absolutely.
So I have to ask, who's your favorite artist? And I say that in a plural because none of us ever have a favorite.
There's a lot of, but believe it or not, I would have to say Aaron Douglas.
Oh, wow.
Aaron.
Yeah. Guys, hang on just a moment. I think we're still having a little difficulties. We're going to check this out. I don't know what's going on now. Really?
It's just the way the light looks right. I think he got you.
What in the world is it doing?
Now this is really
Got it. We're back on, folks. Sorry, these things get touchy sometimes. So, we're talking about Aaron Douglas. How about your favorite artist?
Aaron Douglas would be my favorite artist because to me, he would be the modern Renaissance. You had Da Vinci, and then for me, it would be Aaron Douglas because he was quite the Renaissance man in terms of art.
Yeah.
He had a quote saying that the truest form of art is dance, because you don't need music, you don't need sound, you don't need anything. It's just body
Just you.
movement and form. Right.
That's some thoughts to
That's
put
some
together.
thoughts. Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. The
Never thought of it that way
yeah,
before.
truest form of art is that. You know, when you think about it, because everything else, you either need pencil, pen, paper, or you need clay, or you need, you know, you need instruments, but dance, you need nothing
Gotcha.
but the human form.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah.
How about contemporary, modern day?
Modern day contemporary, you know, that's a hard one for me. You know, that's really a hard one for me, because I'm such a historian in terms, and I just don't think that, this is my personal opinion.
Sure.
People might not agree with. I just don't think there's hardly anything that's new unless it's technology.
Well, that's true.
New under the sun unless it's technology.
Did you hear that, Scoletta?
Yeah.
And she says that to me all the time.
Unless it's technology, you know, how it's being used in art. But if you're talking about painting, drawing, whatever it is, I don't think it's anything that anybody's going to be doing that has not been done or touched upon.
I agree.
You know, that's, yeah. So that's my theme.
Joan Mitchell would be proud of you for saying that.
Absolutely. 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 Absolutely.
What's your favorite medium to work in? I mean, I can look around the studio. I can kind of tell, but
yeah. Well, I you know, oil painting is, you know, what majority of my work is, but any medium that allows my drawing, that's what I love about the technique that we're going to deal with tonight, because it allows for drawing, your drawing, you know, ability to do things. You know, it doesn't rely so much on the paint.
Sure.
As it's about, you know, drawing and doing that. So any medium, printmaking, anything that allows for my drawing. You know? Okay. Painting is more about color, shape, and space, right? Know, as opposed to the drawing aspect.
Okay.
So yeah. So, but I would have to say the majority of, you know, what I do is paintings, you know,
okay,
or paintings. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Last question.
Okay.
What's one of your most favorite projects, collaborative projects that you've worked on, or it doesn't have to be collaborative?
Well, one of the most favorite projects is something we're getting ready to do now.
I was going to say, you may want to tell our viewers about some of your new
I've
stuff.
been commissioned to do the mural of John Lewis.
Amazing.
It's a huge mural, 54 feet by 54 feet. That's going to be down on Commerce and John Lewis Way. It's near and dear to me because John Lewis is my fraternity brother. And I'm just excited. No, I didn't know him, but we're in the same fraternity.
Okay.
So I was very proud to be able to do that because of what he stood for. And it's about his time in Nashville. It's about his relationship to Nashville.
That's deep and wide.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. It's going to be an incredible piece when it's finished.
And it's going to be located where again?
Yeah, on the corner of Commerce and John Lewis Way.
What a great place to put it.
Yeah. So
congratulations.
I'm excited about it. Thank you.
I can't wait.
Thank you. I'm excited about it.
There will be a party downtown on this one. I promise you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, let's move in.
You ready to get started?
Yes. I want to learn about this.
All right.
So cheers, everyone.
Yes. Absolutely. So, Glenn. So the thing about this is that you really wet the paper. You don't have to wet the whole paper.
Okay.
Wet the paper in any area that you want to drop the color in, and you know, and so you can start. So the way I approach it is that I really lay the background in. It's already taped off.
You already taped off?
Yeah.
Look at you.
I got you already taped off. And so you're gonna take the big mop brush, which is you have one right here. And because it takes a lot of water, and just kind of lay water in where you want it to be, and then you begin to drop color from. I got the regular color, and then I got the neon colors, and you begin to draw. These are the neon colors, right? And you got the regular colors, and you begin to watch it in. So what you're gonna do?
Just food coloring.
Yeah, and it might be better to put your cup up here, your water thing up here, so that you can move. So basically, what you're doing is that you start laying stuff in. You start wetting it, you know, start wetting that paper, you know, playing with it and stuff like that. And it's so cool when you're doing this because basically you're laying in this background and you all see how fast we're moving and what we're doing And then the beauty begins to happen. So you grab something. So let's say
So
I'm going to grab it.
We're working on hot press paper here. Right?
Yes, yes.
Is that important?
It's smooth. No, it doesn't matter. It's just what your preference is. Look at that. Look at what happens with that. Look at that. Look at this color.
Oh wow.
So go ahead, put your color in. Yeah. Well, go ahead and play with it, man. And the color is just fascinating. And you drop it in there. Look at this. Look at that.
Beautiful. Kind of like alcohol inks.
Yes, it's very similar to alcohol inks.
And
so
I love alcohol
inks. Yeah. You look at this. You look at what you're getting, man. Look at this.
Beautiful.
Look at this.
Fun.
Yeah. You start just playing with this. Get all this beautiful stuff happening.
Yeah, Elaine, you may want. Can you come around here or can you capture what you're wanting to see?
I don't know if you can see it now. You might be able to raise it up, Elaine.
Let me see.
Yeah. Yes.
Now see, Mike knows this is my style right here.
I know. I love it.
You leaned into some Glenn Biggs style right here.
And then you can grab water and put it in there. Look, you can get nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Stuff. So you got stuff going. Now, see, this is the base of doing this. All right. Now, here's what's cool. Watch this. When you start drawing in here, look at this. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at what you
How freaking amazing is that?
See, I'll do this and I'll put this in cup like that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. I'll play with this idea of fruit. Look at what you get, man. This iridescence that you get.
But this has to be compressed charcoal, right?
Yes. Yes. You can use vine because vine won't give you.
It also run with the water.
Yes. 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 See, Glenn, I told you you're gonna love this.
You're in my lane right here.
Lisa Jennings wants to know what y'all are making.
Hey, she'll see it in a minute.
I'm gonna let Mike answer that question.
Well, what I'm doing here is what I got here. Watch. So now, you can get that out of there. So then, once you get this, then let's say I'm going to do this apple. So you just play with that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So see, you see how brilliant the color is. And see, you can always lift stuff up. Look at this. You can always lift stuff up out of there. Look at that. You see how the compressed charcoal holds the beautiful lines and stuff like that? Yep. And then once you get to that, then you can start getting, like what I want to do now is that I want to begin to lay some regular watercolor in there. So I can start laying watercolor, orange and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can begin to start laying my orange, and then I'll be able to go back in. So then I got the grape color that I want to do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got it? Yeah.
Squirt that a little bit.
And usually I use a praying. I love praying. Praying really watercolor really has a great color permanence.
Praying does?
Yes, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cheap watercolor, but it seems to have a great color permanence. I learned that during graduate school, and I learned this whole process during graduate school, and I found it to be just fascinating. And so Matt can just kind of start rolling some of the images. The first few images that we're seeing would be of some of those pieces that I've done with this process. You know, and see, as the water dries, then you'll really be able to play with the watercolor, be able to build on it.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. You'll be able to build on it as the water soaks up. You'll be able to just build on it, and then you start shaping the things that you want. Yeah. You having fun, Glenn?
Absolutely. I quit talking to you.
I know.
That means I'm over here like having my world, my element, man.
Yes, sir. So I love this method because it really allows you to play with your drawing ability, and it's really, really cool.
It gives you some Franz Klein kind of elements if you want to go there.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And you work fast, and you become a little bit more precise, about what you're doing, with this. Yeah.
Which Susan can also attest to. I've always kind of worked fast, and I have tried to work on slowing myself down.
Right. I got you. I understand.
But this is just totally fun.
See, I know, Glenn, you're going to be producing some pieces from this now.
You know I am. You know I am.
So see how it begins to develop? Look at that. Just putting the watercolor in, you see how it begins to develop?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. It always helped with a little bit of libations, it always helped with that. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes. And usually I have a hair dryer with me. Yeah.
Yep.
To help the process of drying. Yeah. And the thing is that you'll be able to go back in with the chalk to get defined lines if you want it, And when we're using watercolor blocks as opposed to just the paper, and I like the blocks better because it doesn't buckle as much, and you're able to, really keep it flat.
Yeah. Are these arches or?
I have Fabriano. I think you have arches.
Okay.
Yeah. I think. Okay. Look how I'm able to put that purple and start beginning to build those grapes. See?
That's amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I wish this guy knew how to paint. It would help. It would help this show a lot if you knew how to paint.
Yeah. See how you begin to build it up? It begins to work. It's a fun, neat process. It's different than what you normally get, in terms of watercolor. So.
Yeah, these These are prayings, right?
No. Those are the, oh, I forget what the brand is.
It doesn't
The
matter.
name of the brand, yeah.
Great colors in there, though.
Yeah. And then it's cool. So then I'll go and use the white right here, because I always get on my students. They always going to do white to lighten stuff, but they don't know how to use white.
White's against the watercolor rules.
Right. But watch this. Look at this. Look at what it does.
I see what it does.
If you know how to use it right, it can give you interesting things.
Michael McBride's over here breaking all the rules.
And what they say, when you know the rules, then you can break the
Well,
rules.
that's what, yes, that's true.
But I began to build my color in. See, with the grapes, watch this. I'm going to pop red in here. Look at that.
Look at you.
Yeah, begin to pop this in here on the grapes, man, and you begin to start getting this nice form that's happening. I love working in this method. I really do. It's really fun, you know, and very different. I mean, when we first got started, I know people saw it and, you know, they didn't see the you know, the grapes really forming, but now you start getting the form happening.
Oh, absolutely.
So that, like, you start getting that.
That's fantastic.
I told you would have fun, Glenn.
And there was not a doubt in my mind about that. Yeah, you did. That's beautiful.
Look at that.
By the way, folks, this painting will be for sale on community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will definitely be. And then we get to our apple over here and we begin to lay this color in here.
You would love these iridescents.
Huh?
Love
I
these
figured you would. I figured you would.
Yeah,
That was for you. I knew you would love it.
love these iridescents. Yes.
This brush I'm using is a flat. It is a wash brush, a half-inch wash brush.
I need to swap up some brushes.
Huh?
I said I need to
You got
swap up
assortment, yeah. You got assortment of brushes.
New stuff here.
But you see how fast you work. Now look at as it dries a little bit. See how I can pick that orange up. Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. Beautiful.
You can pick that orange up.
Beautiful.
Look at you over there, Glenn.
I'm going totally abstract.
That's all right. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, that's fine. It's like, do your thing, man. Like I said, this is not in the traditional watercolor way.
Kind of is, kind of isn't, right?
Yeah, that's true. A little both. You're right. A little of both. Yeah. I hope Susan is enjoying this.
She's
Hi, Susan.
I promise she's got a glass of wine over there. Life is good.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so this process, yeah, in graduate school, Dr. Greger was very instrumental in talking about painting techniques as it deals with as a painter. The importance, as he said, that one of the things he used to always tell us is that throwing technique out is like throwing baby out with the bathwater. It's important.
Okay.
It is just as important. So if you think technique is not important, then yeah, that's exactly, what it is. You think baby in the bathwater go out at the same way.
Yeah, right. I get that.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that he always preached to us. Of course, he's passed away now, and about 95 years old.
And that was at which school?
At Illinois State, in
Illinois
Bloomington
State.
Normal, yeah. Illinois State. That's where
And
I
you chose
got
it.
there. I knew about him, and so that's what made me choose go with him. The master painter. He taught me to paint frescoes. He taught me to paint in cars. And all those kinds of techniques and stuff, So it was really something really cool.
Where'd you learn?
My printmaking was at TSU in undergrad with Ted Jones. And then when I went to graduate school, a gentleman by the name of Ray George, who's now passed away, he was, I did a whole month-long printmaking session with him. And he was incredible. He was a master printmaker, well-renowned. And I was very blessed and, to have studied with some great people, and I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better situation, with that, being involved in all of that. Interesting, because remember, watercolor dries lighter, and see, people look at it and it looks dark right now,
Right.
but as it dries, it's going to dry lighter.
Much lighter.
Yeah. And then as this goes through and dries, you give it a chance to begin to get a new paper towel so we can absorb stuff. It gives a chance to begin to dry a little bit. Then you can go back in. That's when you really work the watercolor aspect of it, getting the highlights and everything. So you see how the colors blend in. Now we're beginning to define color and play. Oh, you get it, and you. So here's what you got this right here. Watch it. It's gonna dry light, but it's gonna be good color. Yeah, right. Without wine?
With that wine.
Now tell them painting
blue
with
just
oh, with
right out of
that,
there.
yeah. See, and that's the blue from the food dye.
Oh, is it?
Yes. See,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. That's the food. See how you get that beautiful stuff,
It's a
man?
gorgeous
That's
blue.
happening. That beautiful blue, beautiful blue. So that goes. Man, you can really.
So, so yeah. Yes, yes, yes. On since you've been gone, Michael has created and dishes coming to play and getting more and more and more personal.
So beautiful.
back on. Beautiful, beautiful.
Make those grapes.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Well, I'm not using it. Oh. I'd like to connect to that one if we could.
Yeah, I'm in the zone now, man.
You are in the zone, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the zone, man. I'm just getting it.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Grab beautiful.
Stand by, everyone. Stand by.
So what do you think, Elaine?
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
We're back again, folks.
All right.
Thank you for sticking with us tonight. Michael continues to work upon this masterpiece of a painting. It's going to look so great in my kitchen.
That's right. Right. Glenn's already claimed it.
Oh, you say Lane's already claimed it? There's going to be a bitter fight in the Studio 283 tonight over a painting. But you know what? There's been scraps for a lot less. So Mike's putting in some shadows under all the bowls and containers.
We're going to touch these with a little bit of black. This is what really begins to bring the form out. Let's start making the grapes where you almost pluck them. Yeah, every time I do one of these in this technique, man, you just kind of begin to get lost in it, man.
I can see why. I like that blue color still coming through.
Yeah, you see how it begins to just soak through all the time because it's so vibrant that it begins to do that. Yeah, I can't wait for you to get home and start playing with it, Glenn. I think we're going to see some good stuff from you on that.
You know I will.
Anybody got questions, I can answer them. Let's see.
Can I give you all a view of Studio 283? It's an amazing place. Some great energy in here.
We'll hit one more run through with this white. One more touch, one more touch, touch. Yeah. Touch here. A little bit there. And one last touch on some of these top grapes. One more touch here.
That orange is fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love that color. Yeah. Now, the beauty of this is when you begin to peel it off.
Always.
Start getting this beautiful look that you see from this. Bingo.
There it is. There it is. Beautiful. Outstanding. Look at those grapes. You can pluck those grapes.
Absolutely. We're going.
That's outstanding. Michael, thank you so much for this.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed it. It was a great experience.
I'm going to hand the camera back to Elaine. So there you have it.
So, Glenn,
What are we going to title this one? Fruit? Fruit in the house?
Look. Fruit of the gods.
Fruit of the gods. Fruit of the gods.
Fruit of the gods. That's what we're titling. Fruit of the gods.
My favorite piece of this whole thing is that
That spot. You see,
through.
yeah. That's the thing, is that you begin to figure out as you're watching it. You let that color develop. You see, all of this is still. I never touched this. All of this is from the beauty and the vibrancy of that color.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
the food color, and it just, you know, it gives a wonderful look, you know, to it. Yeah. But remember how we started? It was all so dark.
It was.
Remember, it was all so dark. You just figured you couldn't bring it to light. But I know that as it dries, you know,
In traditional watercolor, you work from light to dark.
right. And this one is a little bit different. We're working basically from dark to light.
Back to dark, back to light.
Right. Back to dark, back to light.
Yeah.
Well,
Watercolor is a fascinating media. Isn't it?
fascinating
Just love
medium.
hearing
And
about-
you just, you know, you're only limited to the imagination of you know, of what you want to do. I mean, you really are. And this particular technique with this is that, you know, it's so good. You can actually, ooh, I broke it. You can actually really define these more, you know, if you want, you know, in terms of that. Go back in, you know,
Mhm.
and do
Sure.
some stuff there. Do stuff there, you know, and create that.
There you go. Fantastic. In your pot over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
just playing with color, man. Just playing with that.
Look at you. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed the
Absolutely.
experience.
I'm going to play with this like nobody.
Yes. Absolutely.
Way to learn
Absolutely.
something new.
Absolutely.
So, folks, thank you so much. We're going to wind up here this evening. We got 2 bottles of wine. We got to finish up.
That's right. Absolutely.
So, I want to thank you all for joining us. We still apologize for all the technical difficulties, but
Right.
yep, that's part of going live
and
with
grab
the
your
shows.
cup. We always
We have
toast
to,
the
I have to
boogie.
do that. Sure.
In the studio is something we've done for years, and we always say toast to the boogie.
Toast to the boogie.
We always toast to the boogie.
Here we go. I hope you'll all join us next Thursday night for our next Live from the View show. Right off the top of my head, I got to think about what that evening is, but I know it's on our calendar. You can look it up. But it's always something interesting. For the Relentlessly Curious is the name of the show. We hope that you'll join us every Thursday night at 7 p.m. And
I hold this up so you can see it from that standpoint.
absolutely. It's remarkable. It's a beautiful piece. Yep. Excelente. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Hope you had a great evening. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.